The verb to watch refers to the act of observing or looking at something, often with attention and interest. It involves directing your gaze toward a particular subject, event, or action in order to observe, monitor, or enjoy it visually. Key meanings of the verb to watch include observation. To watch involves actively paying attention to something visual, such as a movie, TV show, sports event, performance, or any other visual activity. Example: I watched the sunset from the beach. Monitor. It's used to keep an eye on something over a period of time, usually to ensure that things are going as planned or to catch any changes or developments. Example: security guards watch the premises at night. Entertainment. To watch is often used in the context of enjoying visual content for entertainment, like watching a movie or TV series. Example: we watched a great documentary last night. Careful attention. It implies paying attention to details and actions, especially in situations where something significant is expected to happen. Example: she watched the chef prepare the dish closely to learn the technique. Observing closely. To watch can also indicate closely observing someone or something, often for a specific purpose or reason. Example: the biologist watched the bird's behavior in its natural habitat. Safety and security. It's used to describe the act of being vigilant, particularly for safety or security reasons. Example: the lifeguard watches the pool to prevent accidents. Passive observation. In some contexts, to watch can imply observing without active participation or interaction. Example: I like to watch people passing by from the cafe. To watch is a versatile verb that describes the act of visually experiencing and paying attention to various situations, activities, and events. Learn to conjugate the verb to watch in simple, perfect, and continuous tenses. Watch.
Simple tenses. Simple present.
I watch. You watch. He watches. She watches. It watches. We watch. You watch. They watch.
Simple past.
I watched. You watched. He watched. She watched. It watched. We watched. You watched. They watched.
Simple future.
I will watch. You will watch. He will watch. She will watch. It will watch. We will watch. You will watch. They will watch. Watch.
Simple continuous, progressive, tenses. Present continuous.
I am watching. You are watching. He is watching. She is watching. It is watching. We are watching. You are watching. They are watching.
Past continuous.
I was watching. You were watching. He was watching. She was watching. It was watching. We were watching. You were watching. They were watching.
Future continuous.
I will be watching. You will be watching. He will be watching. She will be watching. It will be watching. We will be watching. You will be watching. They will be watching. Watch.
Perfect tenses. Present perfect.
I have watched. You have watched. He has watched. She has watched. It has watched. We have watched. You have watched. They have watched.
Past perfect.
I had watched. You had watched. He had watched. She had watched. It had watched. We had watched. You had watched. They had watched.
Future perfect.
I will have watched. You will have watched. He will have watched. She will have watched. It will have watched. We will have watched. You will have watched. They will have watched. Watch.
Perfect continuous, progressive, tenses. Present perfect continuous.
I have been watching. You have been watching. He has been watching. She has been watching. It has been watching. We have been watching. You have been watching. They have been watching.
Past perfect continuous.
I had been watching. You had been watching. He had been watching. She had been watching. It had been watching. We had been watching. You had been watching. They had been watching.
Future perfect continuous.
I will have been watching. You will have been watching. He will have been watching. She will have been watching. It will have been watching. We will have been watching. You will have been watching. They will have been watching.